Fresener, considered by many the granddaddy of the screen printing industry.
You just like to suck
No,
it,
did you ever have hair at one time when you first started, like, was it 60 years ago or whatever that was?
Actually, I was looking at photos the other day, and I had hair that long. I don't recall having it that long, but you had long hair at one
Oh,
point.
yes, we all had long hair. So, yeah, as you can see, we are old friends, and Scott goes back a long way in the screen printing industry, and it was really an integral part of how the whole imprinted t-shirt came about. And he was even featured in History of the Imprinted T-Shirt. What's and that was, where was that? No, so give us a little quickie background.
Oh, I was just a hippie working the flea market selling T-shirts. And I decided to get into screen printing, and so I did that for a long time. And then I decided I didn't like it, and so I sold the business. And my wife and I kept getting calls from people saying, "How do you do it? Would you come and train us? Would you build us equipment? Would you show us how to do it?" So we wrote a book. And you know, if you write a book, you're an expert. You know,
that's right.
Whether
I
what
should
you
write
write,
a book.
whether
Yeah.
what you write is true or not, you write a book, and all of a sudden you're an expert. So we wrote a book, and then people kind of started calling and saying, "Well, will you come and train us?" So we started our school. It just kind of snowballed. One of those things. Right place, right time. We wrote the book when Impressions did their very first show, so we were there when Impressions started, and it was just, you know, it was just one of those timing things. It just worked out that way.
Right. So, Scott, all these years later, what do you see are challenges that people who screen print face, or people who, like in the promotional products industry, they're not decorators, but they're wondering about all these new processes and things like that, discharge printing and so forth. What would you say to them? And I know you have some resources available that we should make the folks aware of, because this is a big deal. We need to understand what it is that we sell.
Well, there's a process out called discharge, and discharge is now new to some people. They go into a store, they feel a shirt, and not these we have here, but they feel a shirt with no field of the print, called discharge. We were teaching discharge 30 years ago in our school, but discharge ink has a rotten egg odor, eats away your screen. There's a shelf life, and 30 years ago, everybody said, "We don't care, we like our plastisol." Well, now you walk
Which
into
is shiny and hard.
Yeah, you walk into a store and you feel discharge. I'm doing training now with my new Printers Boot Camp, and I'm still amazed at printers who come in and they say, "What's discharge?" And to me, it shows they don't read trade magazines, they don't go to trade shows, they don't kind of get out and see what's going on, because if you go into any Macy's or Sears or anywhere, all you see is discharge. It's everywhere. And to me, if a person says, "What's discharge?" or "I'm afraid of it," or "I hear it's got a rotten egg odor," "I heard it was hard," it means that they're lazy, and they're just not really willing to dig in and learn their craft, learn their trade. And I think we've made it easy over the years. With Plastisol, it doesn't dry on the screen. We've made it very simple. You know, sell somebody a one-color print. By the way, you showed me a shirt earlier that you bought today.
Well, yes, and I have to say that.
But
look at
what
this.
was my question to you? What did you pay for this?
A lot. $35.
I was blown away. $35 for it's kind of an import shirt, probably a name brand shirt, Nike, but it was made somewhere else.
Like some third world country,
One color print.
But I didn't want.
But what's funny is things don't change. I mean, look
There
at
it
this.
is. It's a one color print.
This is what we've been doing for all these years, and now people, of course, want more color. This is not discharge either. This is definitely plastic.
Exactly.
Not too heavy of a feel. That's changed a little bit.
But Scott, I want you to be very proud of me, because I would not spend the money for a screen printed shirt. Okay, which by the way is about commemorating events, and for those people who aren't printers, who are promotional products people, t-shirts really commemorate an event and they create a lasting.
That's why you paid $35.
Well,
did you buy it for a prop?
Well, no, I bought it to bless my son. But the thing is, you'll notice I have like a cloth
You're a
treatment.
sellout. That's not screen printing.
No, it isn't, and it just costs a couple dollars more. So,
But you know, when I go into a store, I'm a snob now. I go into a store and I feel the print, and if it's heavy plastisol, I ain't gonna buy it. Really, I mean, I think, what a snob. I've been teaching plastisol all these
you are
years.
a snob.
Really, and I go in there, and if I don't feel a nice soft print, maybe it's because I'm getting older, I'm a boomer, and I don't want that heavy plastisol on my chest, I'd probably buy that over a screen print shirt right now.
and that's exactly
What'd you pay for that?
let's move on. Okay,
$60.
let's move on. That's what I said. Okay, so just to kind of to wrap this up, because our audience is made up of decorators and people who aren't decorators, promotional products distributors, sign people. shameless plug, you have a lot of resources on your website that might be of interest to these people.
I have a website, T-Biz Network.com, and I've got tech articles. I'm doing a thing now called the Printers Boot Camp, where for 3 days you can come and learn how to screen print, or if you're more advanced, you can learn how to separate. Because typically a printer does this. He's happy doing that. Then somebody walks in and has a full color picture of the band. They got the CD. They have a festival and it's full color, and they haven't got a clue how to separate it. So I'm teaching that, and that is a popular class because I knew there was a void there where people are going, I see all this high-end stuff, but I can't do it. And my approach is, you can do it. Give me 3 days. I'll teach you how to use Photoshop and teach you how to separate.
And the thing about screen printing, and I've been in the industry for many years and have had a shop and all that, and the reason why you want to maybe consider getting into screen printing is you can take a $2 shirt, throw a little ink on it, and sell it for $40, or of course this is Nike. And
what do we think they have in this? I mean,
not much.
I mean, forgetting that's Nike, but if you bought the shirt wholesale from
$2
from Gildan, you think $2, maybe 2.5. Probably a quarter's worth of ink, maybe on a good day.
And you could sell it to a client realistically in a quantity 750.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah.
So that is why somebody would perhaps want to get into screen printing. And you've got the master here who's able to show you in his boot.
Did I ever tell you that I thought screening was a scam?
You thought screening was a scam?
Yeah. You take a quarter's worth of ink, you put it on a $2 shirt, and you sell it for $20. Don't you think?
It is a scam. It's a and you are teaching people to cheat people?
What can I say?
This is crazy. What's the name of the website again, Scott?
www.t-biz-network.com or printersbootcamp.com, and check it out. There's also, I have a book called How to Print T-Shirts for Fun and Profit that'll teach you how to do it. It's a fun business, so you know that. I mean,
it's absolutely
it's
fun,
a crazy
fun business, and I'm so glad that we were able to take a few days off, come to spring training.
Yeah, but
me and my son,
got
Mr. Cameraman.
You got hailed on it.
Well,
in
spring
Arizona
training
yesterday.
with rain. Okay, we
We
get
had
rain.
snow 2 weeks ago here.
It's crazy, and so in any event, it's been really great to visit with you. And hey, thanks.
Good to see you. We're gonna go smoke some cigars now, are we?